Second idea I want to share tonight is every season matters. I can spend the rest of the time on this one. Not just is life distributed into seasons or in phases. Every season has an impact. Every season has what it should do to you as an individual. And it is important for you to know how your season affects you, what to do when you are in season or out of season. Very important, because what happens is, depending on the season that you are in, you are cultivating something. You're cultivating something. A lot of us in our season will be cultivating a skill. Sometimes you are cultivating character. God brings you into that season, into that period to develop character in you. There are times that in your season, you're developing relationships. You need to be aware that every season matters. There is no season that has no reason. Life is not just created like that. No, every season matters. And you need to be learning during your season. You need to cultivate, either you're cultivating a skill, you're cultivating resilience, you're cultivating character, or you're cultivating a relationship. Every season matters. Those of us who are parents, you realize that in the life of a growing child. I know how everyone can be excited holding a newborn, a baby. You're super full of joy, especially if that's your first. You're like, wow, I can't wait to be the mother of this lovely daughter or this lovely son, right? That's a season, and that season matters to you at that time. But what happens after some time, they start to do what babies do. They start to wee, they start to poo, you start to change a lot of diapers. And when you have lost sleep, or you've only slept 2 to 3 hours in the last 2 weeks, that's another season, right? That matters as well. It has a different meaning versus the first scenario I described, but then they start to grow, and then you get to the age where a lot of people call them terrific too. That's another season, and that season counts again, where you're wondering where they are in the house. You cannot let your eyes miss them, because before you know it, they are doing something strange, right? That's a season, and that season matters. And then they start to grow up, they start to do things on their own, and you feel a sense of relief. You're like, wow, now they are growing up, I can relax a bit. And then they become all of a sudden teenagers, and then you start to worry again, a different set of worry, right? That season matters as well. That season counts, but it's a different season altogether. Your worry at that season is different from when they were kids. And then they go into adulthood, you start to worry again. What courses are they going to do in college? Who are their closest friends? Did you do a good job in raising them up and all of that? So you will see that every season matters, and you cannot afford to lose sight of what God is trying to do, or what life is pushing your way in every season. The sad thing to note, and if you don't get anything from what I'm going to say, please get this one. Get this one. This is very important. The sad thing to note is a lot of people spend time in certain seasons of their life, but they do not get the requisite experience. What am I trying to say? I've spoken to people, and maybe you've spoken to such people as well, who may be 40-year-old, 50-year-old, but after speaking with them, you feel that you've spoken to a 15-year-old in terms of maturity. I hope you don't have a lot of such people around you, but there are people like that who, despite the fact that they should have 10 years of experience, they don't really have 10 years of experience. You know what they have? They have 1 year of experience repeated 10 times. That's a tragedy. Someone has spent 10 years on a job, and you are expecting that this guy will be showing you, will be revealing to you, will be dealing with you as someone who is 10 years experience. But this guy is dealing with you like someone who is 1 year experience, who has repeated this experience 10 times over. You know why? Because they stopped learning in their seasons. They are not allowing the season to count. So they are gathering experience, so to speak, repeatedly. It's the same experience that they have gone through this year that they repeat next year. Nothing is new. No character formation, no new skill, no new relationship, right? Oh, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen people who are 20 years married, who should have 20 years of experience, but they have only 1 year of experience repeated 20 times. That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. You're not allowing the season to count. You need to make your season count. Every season matters. Every season counts.